North Coast Family Fellowship. Pastor AJ with the Family Ministry here. This is your encouraging word. Hey, I hope you've been really enjoying going through the fruits of the Spirit with a lot of the staff and people here at church. I get the 9th fruit of the Spirit, which is self-control. I thought as we've been meditating, because the sermon, obviously, we're on at least 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks of the fruit of the Spirit. So I hope you've been, reading it, digesting it, thinking it. And something that I was reminded of as I studied Galatians was the fact that the fruit of the Spirit are the opposite of the deeds of the flesh. Let me read this. It says in verse 13, and this is in Galatians, "Do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh." And so the way I think about the fruit of the Spirit, we have freedom to do good. It's the opposite of the flesh, right? So whenever people talk about having freedom, when I think about this passage, I have freedom to do good. What does that have to do with self-control? Well, in these strange times where some of our jobs have gotten a lot bigger, some have gotten smaller, some of us have more kids at home, some of us are watching other people's kids because they're important jobs. We're just helping people out. I find that self-control is something that has come to bear in my life in some unique ways because I'm out of my pattern. And in my small group last week, it was pointed out that in 17 it says, "The flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the flesh." So I want you to be encouraged while you're trying to practice these fruit of the Spirit, specifically self-control. Your flesh is not going to desire the thing that you know is an act of the Spirit, in this case, self-control. Sometimes we think, well, I didn't feel like I wanted to, whatever that thing is that God's telling you to do, so there must be something wrong with me. That's not what Paul says. He says that the Spirit in you is going to desire to do the right thing, to be self-controlled, but that your flesh is going to desire the other thing. So, if you're like the 2% of us that are having a hard time going to bed on time because you're Netflix binging, just want you to know the Spirit's telling you, turn that off, keep a good bedtime, be disciplined, practice self-control. And that's your encouraging word for the day. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon.